Hi everybody, and welcome back to Illy's Beauty Box. If you're interested in watching the summer dewy look, please continue watching. Thanks. Bye. Hi everybody, and thank you for watching. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer and we're going to put it all around the T-zone of your face. Once you finish priming the face, the next thing you're going to do is I'm going to take the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. The Maybelline Fit Me Foundation in I'm a shade 230. I'm going to be mixing that in the back of my hand. And I'm also going to take one pump of the Josie Maran Argan Illuminizer. And this can give the foundation a nice and shiny, dewy, illuminizing look for your face. So I'm taking them both and I'm just gonna mix them on the back of my hand. I don't know if anybody noticed, but the illuminizer actually pumped a lot. I was actually shocked with the pump. So just take a little bit off and then mix it in together, okay? And then what we're gonna start doing is we're gonna start dotting it all over the face. And once you dot it all over the face, as you can see, so now I grabbed my Sigma Flat Brush Kabuki F80, and what I started doing was I started mixing, like spreading the foundation all over my face, and after I do that I start blending it in a circular motion from the inside of my face towards the outside of my face. Now I grabbed the Maybelline Fit Me concealer and I'm gonna apply that right underneath my eyes, bridge of my nose, my forehead, underneath your nose and the side of the nose, since I usually tend to turn red there, and on my chin. The next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna grab the beauty blender. The beauty blender, usually what I like to do is I like to keep it dampened. You're gonna wet it, then you're gonna take a paper towel, take off some of the water, make sure it's just damp, and then you're gonna take it and blend out the concealer. What it does is it takes away if you put too much product, it will keep it from making it cakey. So now I'll be grabbing the Anastasia in medium brown, and I'm gonna start coloring in the tail of my eyebrows because that's where my hairs are very sparse. So I'm just gonna try to see if I can make that tail a little bit more prominent to stand out, and then just adding a little bit more product towards the top of my eyebrows just to give it a little bit more of a rounder shape. Once I have the shape that I like, what I like to do next is grab my Dip Brow pomade from Anastasia in chocolate. And then what I like to do is I like to go over the tail just to give it a little bit more defined look towards the tail. If you girls are interested in for me to do an eyebrow tutorial that I could go more in depth, I'll definitely do that. Just write it down in the description bar and I'll definitely do that for you girls. Now you can even show it to you in 3 different ways: the pencil, the dip brow, whatever you guys write in my suggestions. usually like to set my concealer after I put it on. If for some reason for this tutorial I completely forgot. So ladies, after you conceal, please set your concealer. So I actually did this a little bit backwards. I'm sorry. But what I did was I grabbed the Anastasia and I'm using the banana powder. And then you're just gonna pretty much, what you want to do is you want to either grab the beauty blender or any type of setting brush that you might have, and what you're going to do is you're going to take the product and you're just going to dab it to your face. You're not going to rub it, you're not going to smear it, you're just going to dab it and put it towards the concealer. Just tap it on, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually contour my face a little, since I do have a round face. And what I did was I grabbed the first color from my Anastasia kit, and since it's a grayish brown tone, what I do is I take it and I put it at the corners of my cheek. What you want to do is you want to feel your cheek and find the bone. Once you find the bone, you're going to put it and place it right underneath. So what I did was I grabbed something sharp. I used the NYX. It's nice and sharp. And I placed it and then I put the powder right over it. Ladies, usually what you want to do is you want to take the brush and go downwards. For some reason, I must have been having, I don't know what was wrong with me that day. I didn't have coffee. But I definitely would place it and then go down. And then what you're going to do is, once you get that nice sharp line, you're going to go to the other side and you're going to apply on the other side. I took it and I dragged it a little bit underneath my cheeks to give it a little bit of a more rounded look. Now I'm taking the medium color. I will list the colors underneath because I don't know the colors like that offhand, but you could definitely find them in the description bar. And now what I'm doing is I'm gonna combine those two colors and I'm gonna start blending it out, not to give it that much of a harsh look, so it could look more natural and it just doesn't look that harsh on your face. So you're just gonna blend it all out throughout your face. Once I blended from my cheeks, what I did was I added a little bit towards my forehead, just to take away the look from the foundation on the edges of your face. Then I'm gonna take it and apply it underneath my jawline. So it's almost like if you're doing a 3 shape, if you really think about it. I definitely add a lot of product underneath my chin so you don't get the double chin effect. The next thing I'm going to do now is I am going to put a little bit of the banana powder underneath my cheekbones, just to give it a little bit more of a chisel look. Now I took a very defined brush. I think this one's from Coastal Scents. It's just a very small defined brush. And what I do is I take it and I draw a line on the top of my nose, just to give my nose a more narrow look. And once I took the medium shade from the palette of the Anastasia, and once I have the lines, what I do is I blend it out with my fingers. So you make sure that you blend. It's very important that you sit and you blend, or everything's just gonna stand out. I'm grabbing this concealer's Evelyn. I got this in one of my Ipsy bags. I can't remember what month I got it from, and I've been using it to conceal underneath my eyebrows. So usually what I want to do is I just like to give it a very nice sharp look, just to make it stand out a little bit more. and clean out any hairs that might be growing. It doesn't show, so it's a good way to conceal. So the next thing you want to do is you want to prime your eyes, and what I like to use is the Painterly and MAC, and I just go and I prime my eyes and then blend it out with your fingers after you apply it with the brush. The brush that I'm using is the Real Techniques brush. So as far as eyeshadow, I really didn't know what look I was aiming for today, but I grabbed my Urban Decay Naked 2 palette, and to set my concealer I used the color Foxy. I love this color for underneath my eyebrows. So I apply it underneath the eyebrows. And I think this is another brush from Coastal Scents. I'll put the numbers at the bottom of the description. So you're going to apply that to both of your eyes. Next I grabbed my Naked 3 palette, and I went to use the Nooner, the color Nooner, and I actually dipped the brush with the color Limit, and I blended them both together, and I put that right on my crease. And just blend, blend, blend. I kept building the color until I actually reached the color that I wanted to get and that it could show. After that, I grabbed my Sigma brush. I think it's the 25. I'm not sure on the number of the brush that I use, but like I said, I'll list it at the bottom. And I took that color again, Foxy, just to add to my eyelid. And I started placing that at the corner of my eye towards the middle of my eyelid. And I start packing it. What you want to do is you just want to place it and blend. Place it and blend. I wasn't sure what color to pick, but I finally made a decision, and I ended up picking up Snakebite. And what I did was I placed it towards the corner of my eyelid to the V shape. So I took it from, I ended up changing this because I did put it towards the middle of my eyelid, but then later I went over with the Foxy and I put it more towards, so I started, you would say, from the middle of your eyeball towards the corner of your eyelid. So you're gonna notice that later. So I'm trying to correct you girls. Don't put it all through the whole lid because you don't want to make your eyes so dark. I kept it towards the corner of my eyelid and the V shape. Once I got it with the amount of product that I wanted, I took my blending brush again and I ended up blending both colors together so it wouldn't look so harsh, and it can actually transcend into two different beautiful colors. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply my eyeliner and create a wing eye. I usually like to start from the middle of my eye towards the tail, and then I create the tail. when it comes to the tail part, what I like to do first is I like to draw the line, and depending on how long I want it that day, I'll usually make the line towards that amount, and then I'll draw the second line to connect to the top of where I connected the where I put on the eyeliner, and then I just fill in the gap, just like so. Just keep adding product, you know, go slow and just build it, and make sure you get a nice clean line. That's what you're gonna keep seeing me doing, is just adding the product and just making sure that I cover every little space that I did not get before. And if you make a mistake, let it dry, and then you can just fix it later. You're gonna notice that I'm gonna blink, and then it's just gonna create a line right over my eyelid, and I just leave it there. I ignore it. I wait for it to dry just a little bit, and it comes right off. You'll see me do that in a little bit. For my waterline, I like to use the NYX Wonder Pencil. I think it's nude. And I add that right in the middle of my waterline, and that makes your eyes look bigger. Since I do have a lot of hooded eyes, this helps me to just give my eyes a big wide effect. This is the part that I told you that I was going to ignore it and then just end up fixing it, and it was going to come right off. And then once you take it off, you just go and you grab the eyeshadow and just cover it away. And it's like you never made a mistake. Now I'm grabbing the color Booty Call, and I'm gonna put that in the center of my eye, right in the tear duct of my eye. And I'm taking a Real Technique brush, and I'm just gonna add that right in the middle just to make it draw some light to the center of your eyes. And you just want to apply it with a small, precise brush in order to give it a nice defined look. Now I'm going to apply my eyelashes, and I am going to try these eyelashes from Lena Lashes. They're called Diana. And to glue them, I am going to be using the House of Lashes glue. This is the best glue. I love Duo, but hands down, House of Lashes eyelash adhesive is the best. I didn't realize that you couldn't see me apply them. So you see me doing it a little bit off camera and fixing them. If you want me to do a separate tutorial on eyelashes, I'll definitely do that for you. So this is my eyes with both lashes on. I don't know if you noticed, but I did my second eye off the camera. To set my powder, my foundation, I'm going to use the Mineralize Skin Finish powder in medium, and I'm just going to add that towards the T-zones of my face. I have a little bit of foundation on my lips just to cancel out the colors of my lips. So that's what you see there, and I do have a moisturizer on my lips as well. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line my lips using this is a lip liner that I brought from Ulta. I think the color is nude. So I'm just gonna trace the bottom of my lips, and then I'm gonna trace the top of my lips. For my lipstick, I will be using from ColourPop's the Color Button. I love these lipsticks. Hands down, best lipsticks so far. I mean, I like other lipsticks too, but I love this lipstick. For $5, the pigmentation is fantastic. And I don't like to touch up my lipsticks throughout the days, and I find myself that it holds up for a pretty long time. I like to mix colors, so the next thing I grabbed was my NYX lipstick, and you can see it is in the color Natural, and I'm just gonna put that towards the middle, and then I just blend it out with my fingers. For blush, I am going to be using the MAC blush in Peaches. I love this blush. It just complements my cheekbones. For highlighter, I don't own that many highlighters. I need suggestions. Please, girls, give me suggestions. I got this one as a Christmas present. It was from CR. I don't know where they got it from, but it's one of my favorites. Honestly, it's my favorites. It looks like a Bobbi Brown highlighter, honestly, and I'm sure it was very cheap. It was a present, and I love it. I just love it. I don't know what it is. It has gold, it has pink. I don't know. I just love it. So I add it towards my cheekbones, the middle of my nose. Put it really on, concentrate that on the tip of my nose. Sometimes I add a little bit towards the top of my crease of my lips. The next thing you want to do now is you want to set your makeup. I use the Urban Decay Skin Denavia. It's actually by Skin Denavia. It's the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. It's long lasting. It's like the best part of the makeup. Once you have your makeup on, you just want to set it up. And this is the final look. Letting my hair down and just showing you the final results. I hope you girls enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you girls very, very soon. Thanks. Bye.